2 videos in a day. Whoa, that's crazy. Also, I'm not dead, and if you thought that. Now, today, second video, oh my god, in a day. Well, I made an Halloween video. Now I'm gonna talk about some school options. Wait, Brandon Kid made a video like that? Oh shoot. Okay, now I'm gonna make a video about my academy thoughts. Now, school is pretty much stupid. Yeah, I get it. I know. And then my first thought is back to school shopping. If you go to a school like mine, you don't need back to school shopping because we all wear uniforms. You might be thinking, how stupid are you? If you wore a uniform, why does your logo look like some uniform? Because it is. Actually, my character, I'll explain it later. When I get 100 subs, explain it later. When that happens, I'll explain it all, okay? Okay, I'll explain it all when the day happens, yeah. When 100 subs comes. I won't explain it now. Sorry. So, yes, my school options is back to school shopping is the worst. Mostly the shoes. I never had back to school shopping, but I know that the shoes is the worst. Like, yeah, I get it because Greg Hafley wrote that in his journal or diary. Actually, it's not a diary, it's a journal. Now, he wrote that in his journal. And I get that people are like, what's going on here? You need to get those shoes. The shoes is the worst part because you don't want dog poop on it. And pretty much the shoes, you got you don't have retractable legs, so you need those shoes. And so it's the worst, getting shoes at super malls. Then there's the type of super mall your mom's gonna take you to. Because you don't want to end up at that super mall with the baby clothes. Like, she thinks that you're still a baby, no? Or you don't want to end up at the mall where your friends are and laugh at you. Who are like, look, it's Greg. Oh my god, why is he buying in retractable baby clothes? And V-neck sweaters. Yeah, that's pretty much not good at all. Like, people don't know how to behave sometimes. Now, another thought about school. The amount of stupid homework they give you. Then they're like, okay, class, you gotta write a book report. Okay, class, you gotta write an essay about the fourth wall. Okay, class, you gotta write an essay about how school is stupid. Okay, the last one, I made that up, but you know, if that exists, if there's a school where they just do an essay about how school is stupid, then pretty much it's weird. I get the education system isn't very good, like bus rides, but I explained that in my bus rides video, and if you didn't watch that, then pretty much you don't suck, but you should have watched that, the education part. I get that education isn't that thing, but I guess back in the Middle Ages, they were like, instead of having knights and stuff, I wish we could just teach our kids somewhere else. Like, we don't need them to go home. And if you didn't know, in the Middle Ages, school actually didn't exist. And they had to teach their child at home. And you were like, oh god, I wish I was in the Middle Ages. Well, you wouldn't have YouTube. Well, if you were a time traveler and had YouTube in the Middle Ages, then whatever, I guess. If that works. Okay, I wonder how Earl of Sandwich acted when he invented the sandwich. Man, now it's used all over the world. Love to eat peanut butter and jam. By the way, I'm allergic to peanuts and peanut butter. You do not know that, and you guys are gonna trick me if you say that, oh, this cake is made of non-peanut butter or butter. I'm not allergic to butter, but peanut butter, if you add it in a cake, I'm gonna punch you in the face, boy. If you want to trick me, you gotta try harder. You gotta try harder. Anyway, you're just gonna kill me anyway, so don't do that. Don't poison a cake. Like, don't put peanuts in a cake when someone's allergic to it. Like me. You should never do that. Okay, let's talk more about school now. Now, I get that birthdays on schools are like, oh, happy birthday, we gotta sing this stupid song and everything like that. Happy birthday, you're 1 year older. Happy birthday, and yeah, you know that stuff. All that stuff. If you had to sing that stupid song, like, yeah. But I guess in college and university, no one really does anything for your birthday. I guess when you're just a year older, you're like the rest of the guys. Like in elementary school, it was so special. But then in university, it just became, hey class, we're about to graduate. We'll give the test to Dominic X Tables, was the draw kid, and who is actually Okito Junsu, when the player of nothing. And James, sorry, happy birthday, whatever. Okay, back to the lesson, into 25 on history. Yes, never insult someone. You know, they should just keep having birthdays until you know, community colleges, because those things are not real colleges. I guess you should add birthdays to every single school. Like every single school year they have birthdays, and then cake. But it would just get tired. If you're watching this in 2045, tell me what the future's like. Tell me. And there is an option for something. Like, many people don't know what to do, I guess. Like, now is not a good time for your premiere stuff. So, yes, now there's something good. People reacting to videos and other things. I guess premieres, great. Yeah, but I don't know. I like premieres in school. And now it's time for some honorable mentions. Number 1. I hate working for other companies. School teachers say when they had old jobs. Number 2. Mr. Poe is lying to himself. Just kidding, he's not. Number 3. James is awesome with Alex Clark. Also, Alex Clark is awesome. Number 4. Wait, is it number 4 or number 5? Okay, number 4. Back to school options. I mean, academy. Your thoughts? Okay. Now let's go through a process of bullies and mean teachers. Mean teachers are the people who are like, okay, James, will you come up to the class and say something? James, I'm sorry, but you have to say this. What? But I don't want them to know. But I don't want them to James, say it. I'm a butt. No. James got bullied. Odd out, you're actually not a butt. I actually like your videos. This is just an example of what would happen in class. Now there'd be another thing. Bullies, which were the worst. But I'll explain it in another video called School Part 1 and School Part 2. Because that will be a story video about every single school time. Everything. Now let's just go to principals that hate you so much. I guess the principal is like the headmaster, like Hogwarts and stuff. Like, come on, you don't need to get copyrighted. But now, that was an example of not getting copyrighted, and that was also an example of getting copyrighted. If you get copyrighted, you get slapped in the face. Now, directors are pretty much like super strict. Actually, by the way, I actually am the son of the director. But if you're one of the people who say, "Oh, that's so cool," like you're gonna insult all the kids who have done bad to you, like you could do that revenge. No. In my school, you have to act like everyone else. You have to be like everyone else. You might think that's so unfair, but I don't really care. It's just I like acting like myself, like normal me. I don't act like some another person who does. Oh, I'm telling. No, never. Okay, I'll just be telling stories about that. I'll be telling stories about my school options and stories. No, I mean my academy thoughts in another video called School Part 1 and School Part 2. It'll be a Part 1 and Part 2 thing. So yeah, see you guys. And remember, wear your feet belt.